the question is, what's good and what's bad. And I think we can actually clarify what is, there are, and for me, it's very simple idea. Good and bad is anything that bad is anything that hurts somebody else or hurts me, and good is anything that does better for somebody else or for me.
But people don't have that clarity when they
Okay, but I'm saying, but I think that there clearly is good behavior and bad behavior in this context.
Well, there's accepted behavior and unaccepted behavior. And who's to say what's good or bad? I mean, there's things across the board that are, right, like murder or slander, but there's other things that are not. For instance, right, with our oldest, do you remember a few years ago, he was going through a difficult time. He didn't think he was, by the way, but to us, it was pretty apparent and obvious. And he said something that really struck me. And to this day, still, I think about it. He said, I wake up every day with wanting to find ways to be happy. And that's what I do. And he was not he was more in a selfish state at that time. And I looked at him and I said, wait, is that what you actually think you're doing? You wake up every day asking yourself, how can I feel better, right? So you wouldn't be aware of that being good or bad. In his mind, he was chasing something that was positive.
Right, except if you use the parameters that I express, which is...
What are your parameters?
Which is...
I'll pay attention this time.
Good. You didn't listen last time. Good is anything that does benefit for myself or for others. Bad is anything that harms anybody else or myself.
Okay, I have a problem with it because
I don't think it's possible.
I think it's subjective. Anything that's good or bad for others. A parent, or I was parented like this on some level. Parents sometimes think they're doing good for their child, but some of the things are harmful.
That is the proper starting point for assessing our behavior. Mm-hmm. Of course, any assessment will be flawed, but I do think that that's a good place to start, mm-hmm. right? Am I hurting other people or myself? Am I improving the lives of other people and or myself? The second thing which you said, which is that most people live their lives for what others will think. I think that's true, and that's a problem on its own. But I do think often people behave in ways that they know are not what other people want them to be behaving, but they are so reactive, right? Anger. I think a lot of people who behave in anger, for instance, they know that the person that they're yelling at does not want to be yelled at, right? They're not
considering the person that they're yelling at in that moment.
Right. So in that moment, if they could say, 1 second, what does the other person want from me, or at least what do they not want from me? I think that actually is also a very good place to start. Again, you can't end there, and hopefully we'll delve a little bit more deeply into how the assessment should be made. But I do think that thinking about how other people are receiving us, and more importantly, what they want to receive from us, and maybe even more important than that, what they don't want to receive from us, is not a bad place to start.